There's a strong anti-body shaming message here. All of the elves are dying, and Elfo, Bean, and the legendary, I said that right, Tree, they saved the day. Zog discovers elves got that bag. Luci owns a bar. She does. And introducing Master Grifto's Flim Flam Circus. This is Disenchantment, the AfterBuzz After Show. We'll be right back with that and so much more.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
I love our new song. I think it rocks. Well, it's not actually new, but it's pretty fly. What's up, y'all? My name is Kittie KaBoom, and I'm breaking it down funky girl style. This is Disenchantment. This is part 2, episodes 5 and 6. So we're talking all things legendary Tree this time around. The scene, or I should say the show, starts with this awesome message of anti-body shaming. It is the annual wash your clothes, wash your ass day in Dreamland. And so everybody's taking part. Well, Luci doesn't think too much of it, and Elfo is definitely embarrassed. But what does Bean do? Remind him, baby, let the breeze go through your butt cheeks. Feel how good that feels against your skin. She's like, embrace it. I just like that. You know what I mean? I know it wasn't a big part of the show, but I really like just pointing that out because there's enough of people telling you you're fat, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. So I thought that was pretty dope that they threw that in there. So body shaming, none of it. Everybody walking around naked, cleaning clothes and acting crazy on the day that they should be cleaning and I guess paying attention in Dreamland. That's how it goes. So that's that. And then I absolutely love the fact that there's another adventure to be had. I mean, what would it be if there was no adventures in this town, right? So of all the elves are dying, unfortunately, because what happened was they're washing their ass and their clothes, and all of the water trickles down into the town that they've kind of shoved the elves into Dreamland. And these fools are drinking it, bathing in it, lying in it, just getting all good with dirty water. So of course now they're sick and they're all dying. And Elfo feels horrible, and Bean feels even worse. And what shall we ever do? What I find the most interesting is that they always have a plan and an adventure to take them on, of course. But this guy shows up on this horse, and it's just like, I'm going to save the day. What is his name? I love it. Oh, Wayne Brody Jr. How could I forget that, right? So he shows up on a horse like, I will help you. I will make this okay. And they're just like, yeah, whatevs, dude. We got this. So they go on this adventure, and Elfo, this thing brandishing a knife, he's cutting bitches. Nobody saw that coming. What is happening right now? It's like, wait a minute. What happened to the nice guy that like sings happy songs and makes fruitcakes and candies for all the kids? He's a thing of the past, obviously, because he's moved on to bigger and better. They have to go to Ogreland, right? Oh, and shout outs to Ogreland for having women ogres that man the fort too, okay? I'm just saying, I'm noticing these things, people, and I appreciate it. No body shaming on my watch, and Bean is there with the other women being empowering to each other. I love it. And who saves the day? A woman, but of course. So they go to Ogre Town. Of course, Wayne Brody Jr. gets knocked off his horse and killed like immediately. So that was funny because it was inevitable. But they being Elfo and Bean, find a way to infiltrate and get in there and get past the ogres and see what they can see. They're trying to get to the legendary tree, which, as legend has it, only the juice from this from the fruit that this tree bears will be able to save the elves back in Dreamland. So they have to get some fruit and get back there, but obviously the ogres are not having it, so they're going through all of this rigmarole to try to get it. What ends up happening? The queen of Ogreville, I guess, comes out and is just like, you know what? It's cool. You got this. Go on up there, get you some fruit, come on back down, and if you can get away, you're out of here. It's a good thing. So they're able to do it. They had to fight some folks. You already know. It's all type of adventures with them. Oh, and where's Luci, you might ask? Yeah, you know Luci. She had to stick behind with the elves because the elves, because he is always in the mood to get somebody out of something, right? So he's in the background. He stayed behind because he knew that there was some way that he could get over and like make people miserable. So the elves are pretty miserable. He done set up this fool set up I want to say a hospital. It's like a clinic. But you already know. He don't know what he's doing. He hasn't hired any real doctors. They come in, they give him money because that's all he cares about. And he's like, yeah, go sit over there. We'll be right with you. He don't care. But he's back there pretending as if he does. So they go on this adventure. They kill people. They knock things down. They run through water. Maybe not run. They swim through water and they get their legend berries. I cannot get that together. And make their way on back. And in the meantime, Elfo's dad, Pops, gets sick, horribly sick. He slips into a coma. And so that's when Elfo knows that he has to find the cure, right? I mean, like he didn't have motivation enough. But Pops in a coma was horrible. So he brings the legend berries back. He gets everybody back to where they want to be. He saves the day along with Bean, and Luci just kind of comes around and is like, I guess that was something that was short-lasted, but I got some coin out of it, so, I'm good. And that's the end of that. So I love that because they saved the day, but don't they always? But more importantly, there were a couple of messages there, and I always appreciate the multi-layers that Matt is so good at injecting into our psyche. Even if you don't realize you're getting like some good-for-you thoughts, yeah, he throws them in there. Body shaming, out of there. Equal rights, all over it. I love it. It's the bomb. All right, and the second show, because that was episode 5 of part 2. In episode 6, Zog discovers that the elves got that back. Who knew, right? He's taxing the hell out of his people, which is, of course, Zog's way. And before you know it, one of his people come in and like, the elves got a lot of money. It's like, do they? So he's taxing them and he's taxing them and he's taxing them some more. And he taxes them so much, unfortunately, that they go starving. They can't even afford a Happy Meal, you hear me? They can't afford anything because Zog got them to the point where they're actually trying to pay for things with gold-covered chocolate. Now, that's just sad. I mean, seriously. Come on, you'd have reduced them to the minimal elements of life. They can't do nothing. In the meantime, Luci, of course, always has a plan, has arm wrestled this guy named Muscles and is able to get him down, beat him through cheating. Of course, I mean, come on, it's Luci. But he gets the bar. So Muscle owns this bar. It is now Luci's bar. He's taking over. He's the barkeep. He's bringing people in. He's kicking people out. He renames it Luci's Inferno. You like that? I love it. I think it's hilarious. Of course, because it's so befitting for him. And everybody that comes in and out of these elves that are talking this mess. Okay, so once Bean, because she has to have an adventure, determines that her father, whom she cannot stand, especially in this episode, like, you're so mean. All you do is take people's stuff and treat them horribly. She's a bad person. I'm over you. She stomps out. She's so mad. She goes to get a drink because what else would she do, right? So she goes to this bar, and who appears but a friendly elf? I understand you trying to take Zog's money back for us. We love you. And might I say, I know some other elves that would be in on this plan. So he's like, come with me. I'm going to introduce you to my homies. We're going to get this popping because he needs to learn a lesson. He cannot just keep taking from people and think that there will be no repercussions. And Bean's like, you know what? That's what I'm talking about. I'm with it. So they go to the circus. This man's name, as I believe I stated, why can't I think of his name right now? Master Grifto, how dare I? Master Grifto takes them to the circus. He calls it the Flim Flam Circus. Obviously, this goes way over Bean's head. She didn't catch on to that red flag, but whatever. They show up and he introduces them to all of these contortionists and, circus performers. They're all elves and they all seem like wonderful people, which off the break is a bad sign because you already know something horrible is about to happen. But they befriend each other and they create this plan as to how they're going to do it. So here's the plan, right? They got the circus popping. They convince Zog to go see the circus, thereby keeping him enthralled and distracting him from from Bean, his daughter, running around the castle trying to make sure that they get their money back. So she basically is working with the elves that work in the circus to get the money back from Zog, steal what he's stolen, and then give it back to the elves. Because they deserve it, and they're kind of dying, and they're hungry. So that sucks, Zog. Let's make this right. So they go about their way. They make this thing happen. They go through the castle. And of course, Bean is just like, I cannot believe I'm doing this because she has to run back and forth like a crazy person and man everything. So of course, halfway through the performance, what happens? The king's like, you know what? I kind of like these elves. Matter of fact, I'm going to do them a solid. I'm going to go and give them their money back because I'm wrong. I don't usually come to these conclusions about myself, but for some reason I'm having an epiphany during the circus. They're talented little effers, aren't they? They know some things. They do some stuff. So I feel bad. I'm going to go ahead and give them their money. Of course Justice sends Bean into a tizzy because she's like, hello, I'm trying to do the right thing by your wrong deeds. And here you are turning around and deciding that your wrong deeds need to be righted. Sheesh, I was trying to do that for you. But what are you going to do? So once he decides this, then of course it becomes this whole thing, and Bean goes downstairs and she's like, dude, my dad has come to his senses. This is what's happening. And inevitably, the bad guy shows his true colors, right? This guy, Master Grifto, lets Bean know, listen, just so you know, like, I'm not even an elf, okay? I'm a troll. I faked you out. I told you what you wanted to hear. I brought you on board, but now I'm gonna have to kill you. So he ties her up. And where's Luci again? Luci is not in the picture these days because Luci has things to do, people to see, places to go. Or better yet, just money to take from people. So Luci's manning the Luci's Inferno, making sure everybody gets nice and drunk and paying him out the butt. And Bean and Elfo decide to save the day, but unfortunately are taken down. So Master Grifto ties them up, holds them hostage, tells them how they're, getting over on them, and he knows better, and ha 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 ha, look what I've done, and I'm such an evil, evil man, but I know best. Clearly that's not how he talks. But that's kind of the attitude, right? Even though I'm sure I'm a master at all of these things, it matters not. And so they're able to get away, of course, and escape, and he rides off into the sunset thinking that he made away with all this money, but Bean is always one up, and she figured it out with the help of Luci, because Luci, he's pretty smart to be such an evil being. And they came to the conclusion that, you know what? We're going to make sure that this man don't ride away with Nathan. The elves deserve their money back. So they switched the bags when Grifto wasn't paying attention, which is a beautiful thing because now they have the money back, right? And the king didn't have to go through all the stuff that he thought he was going to have to go through anyway in order to get that money back. So he rescues them. They rescue themselves. They keep it moving, and they're able to get back to the Dreamland and give the elves back their money. And once again, the day is saved. All kinds of messages throughout this one as well. Basically, loyalty. There's always a loyal thread in this thing. And I really, really love that. I say that every week because it's so true. Like, they're misfits. They're complete messes, exclusively and together. They like to get drunk. They like to get in a whole lot of mess and just mess some stuff up in Dreamland, right? And then you have Zog, who's so mad at the freaking world all the time. It's so easy to just create something because he's always in a pissed off mood. So why not poke the bear? So I really like the fact that they're loyal to each other. No matter what comes, they always tackle it together. They hold it down. And Zog, despite the fact that he's an angry, angry man, he does love his daughter. And so I think a part of him too, when she tried to talk some sense into him about the elves, like he probably wasn't, not even probably, we know that he wasn't trying to hear that because it's all about the coins. But he allowed her to kind of sink in and her words to make some sense. And then he saw the beautiful tapestry. That's not the word. He saw the performances of the circus elves / trolls and, was a little taken by it all and decided he was going to be a good guy. Can't be mad at that. I'm actually very excited about it, in fact. So that is what's going down in the world of Dreamland. Our bodies, our elves. I like that play on words. That was very cute, right? And I absolutely love the second show. How come I can't remember the name? It's coming to me. It's coming to me. It's a body shaming message. We've already talked about that. Dreamland job. I'm sorry. Because it is. It was a dream job for her to be able to pull something off in the name of the elves and do something right for the little people. So I like that she made that happen. She went through all of this rigmarole to make sure that they got what they deserved. And she didn't even have to fight her father. She just kind of like planted these seeds of dissension, if you will. And then she was even better with it because she was like, I'm going to make it happen and he won't even know what's coming. That's beans for you. I appreciate that. It's time for our special segment. Can I get right to it, please? So our special segment, as you know, is a contest that I'm attempting to have. I love it when you guys tune in, when you come into the chat and have a conversation with me, when you send me IG messages. I so appreciate that. You found me. You want to talk about it? Let's get it. So this special segment is an impersonation. Is that? Yes, an impersonation of one of the characters. This one's gonna be hard, y'all, because it's not a main character. I'll just give you that little hint. It's not a main character, and I'll give you one more hint because it's so rando. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that you're gonna. Anyway, I'm trying to help. The very first show is when you hear this line, and it's not from a main character. I said that, right? All right, so you ready? This is a guy in the first show. That's three little hints. Okay, anyway, I love it. Ready? Where the heck is my quote? It's in here, I promise. He said, oh, there he goes. There he goes. Oh no, I shouldn't have mixed me colours with me other colours. Hey, this will brighten their final moments, don't you think? Huh? Did you get it? He does speak in an English accent, I swear. I did get that part right, at least. All right, come on. I basically told you it was. So in the first show, it's a guy, and it's not one of the big cast members. So try to figure out. Want me to do it again? Oh, no. I shouldn't have mixed me colours with me colours. Hey, this'll brighten their final moments. Let's see who guesses it. I look forward to hearing from you. That is what's up. This is Disenchantment, an awesome Netflix show by Matt Groening. I hope you guys tune in for next week because I will be here to break it down for your funky style. Part 2, episodes 7 and 8. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Kittie KaBoom. You can find me on IG at Kittie KaBoom.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.